What do you mean, I'm late? Well, it is a little bit later than I'd like it to be, but as far as being on time to the event here, that I am not. That would be incorrect. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. My name is MrHurriicane, and this is the third episode of the Madden 18 Fantasy Draft Franchise Series. Of course, this is just the warm-up, the preliminary bout, whatever you like to call it, the appetizer, as I will be posting my Madden 18 franchise team reveal video as soon as this stream is finished. The video is complete, it's on my channel, and it'll be going live once this stream is over. If you've been a part of my streams these last couple months, you know that I've come to like this sort of thing where I stream and then immediately put a video up, and that's something I plan to keep doing when I stream. So we have a couple more games on the agenda today with our Buffalo Bills here. Yesterday's stream was fun, even though All-Pro Simulation is definitely too easy of a game mode for a big franchise. It at least was a fun time, and we saw Julio Jones catch 244 yards on me in one game. So I'm just doing some scouting here. I want to see how these top of the board players are. I haven't done much with this in franchise yet. I still have some videos I want to get around to making, but I haven't done it all in a short amount of time. When is this stream over? I'd say between an hour to an hour and a half. Gonna play a couple games here once again, just like yesterday's stream. So why don't we waste no time in getting underway here. Bills and Falcons. Are you gonna change the sliders or difficulty before the next game? Not in this series. I don't really plan to mess with much. I really wanted to get in here so I could have a bunch of games on All-Pro Simulation so that I can make some content talking about where simulation needs to get better, because now that there is a game type that's supposed to cater to my play style, I want to see it get better. I want to offer simulation updates and thoughts on what I think, so that when time comes for tweaking to the game styles, that simulation heads in the right direction. So kind of a nice deal here with this stream. I get some content out early, we can have some fun in franchise while also seeing how All-Pro Sim plays. I've never wanted the stream to end so badly before. You know what? I don't blame you. Franchise reveal is very, very highly anticipated every year. Basically, as soon as the Super Bowl is over, I start getting asked about the team I'll be using in the following franchise, and then it picks up after the draft, and even more so over the summer as we approach Madden season. Well, it's here. The franchise reveal is coming your way after the stream is over, but let's play some football right here, right now. Bills and Falcons getting underway. Will your franchise announcement go up like 5 minutes after this? Less than 5. Less than 5. Dak Prescott is the opposing quarterback here. We'll see what the young signal caller can do against us. What's up, Jamila? Good to see you in here again. Alrighty, so Dak Prescott opens things on the ground, and DeMarco Murray, I'm assuming, doesn't get much. Who else do we have to deal with here? They have Norwell at guard, O.J. Howard, Kelvin Benjamin, and Jamal Charles is also on the team. Remember, I ended up getting Terrell Suggs hurt by leaving him in at the end of a game. So we have TJ Watt again starting at defensive end, as I'm going to switch up the play call here. And Prescott wants to screen. It's out to DeMarco Murray. And Murray is brought down after a 5-yard pickup. If you haven't already done so, I also recommend checking out what I have going on my second channel with the Ultimate Team I've been doing. It's been a fun start to MUT for me this year, and I'll have a Matt Pierre running back series there as well. Might only be a season, maybe it's more, depends on what the viewers think of it, but I'll be starting that up soon now that I think I've figured out the franchise issues. For those wondering, I had experienced a lot of freezing in franchise mode, specifically in the preseason, and I was able to get it to freeze on both the PlayStation and Xbox. I think it's an issue specifically related to preseason. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know that for any certainty, but I have not had a freeze outside of the preseason. I did a test last night, and I had 0 freezes in regular season, and I've yet to have a single freeze in the regular season. I really hope that, they don't start now. What did I miss so far? You missed everybody calling me late, and me saying that the franchise reveal will be after this stream. So, not a lot. Just your regular festivities. On the outside here, DeMarco. Greetings from Germany. There it is, every time. Now I'm going to wonder if you guys are just going to say it every stream. Maybe you're not actually from Germany. But I'll assume you are. Here's Dak Prescott now. And incomplete for O.J. Howard. I was looking through a bunch of rookies on the various rosters before this stream, and there are so many good ones. Like, almost any team you pick for franchise has a variety of different rookies that are intriguing. Jalen Myrick on the return, but we don't get any chance. Do you think that EA should work on fixing the horrible throws, the misses by a mile like Prescott just had? Yes, and that was something they had addressed in one of the developer blogs, and I haven't seen really any measurable improvement in that category. I was really hoping we'd see like the inaccurate throws at least be in the vicinity of the wide receiver, but unfortunately we are still dealing with a lot of bad inaccuracy, as I would call it. So that's something I'll definitely continue to emphasize. Now, as far as injuries go on the team, we are currently dealing with Marshawn Lynch is hurt again. I forget, it was a herniated disc or something. And Eric Decker got injured. I don't want to play Taylor Gabriel on the outside. I want to put Cooper Kupp there. So we're a little thin on offense today. We'll see if that impacts how we can move the football at all. But Lynch is going to miss 8 weeks, and Decker's going to miss 4. Injuries will play a role this year in franchise. That is a guarantee. Unless you really tone down the injury rating. So let's get Tyrod to the air now for the first time. Step up, avoid that rush. Needed just a little bit more time or a little bit more room. I had those curls open. Do you think route running should be addressed? I'm not sure exactly how I would go about that right now. Unless, if you're talking about like overall route running, I think there's still a ways the game needs to go in that department. There we go. Cooper Kupp getting involved now, has to fill in for Eric Decker. I got a lot of young receivers on this team, so he's one that's going to get a chance. We've had Jamal Williams start at tailback now and play a lot last episode as well. What? I've never seen that animation. He's gonna keep going. It's a beast mode run. Oh my, Jamal Williams. That is one of the best plays I've seen on Madden 18. First of all, that animation, I have never seen that before. And then he had to give us another one. That was nuts. Oh, that was spectacular. Can't wait to see your reactions to that. New music. That's about as close as I've had to a beast mode run in Madden. Yeah, Marshawn, like, that's why you gotta get the veterans on this team. You guys make fun of me during the draft, but then you have guys like Marshawn passing down his knowledge. 7-0. That's going to be tough to top that. I guess it's all downhill from there. And that might have exceeded his entire production of last episode. He was like at 3 and less yards per carry. Today, different story. So they're going to try to go to the ground now. DeMarco Murray for about 8. What's your definition of a beast mode run? Well, it's got to be a long touchdown. There has to be at least 2 broken tackles. And in this case, it was just such a special run. And Dak's going down here. And someone's hurt. Doesn't appear to be Prescott. I'm not sure what exactly qualifies as a beast mode run because, of course, the original beast mode run, replicating that would not be easy. I haven't watched that play in like a couple of years, so I should definitely break that out at some time. I used to like watch the Brett Favre, Greg Lewis play like on a weekly basis. And of course, that's a reference now that has some age to it. That was 2009, week 3 against the 49ers. That was one of my most fun moments as a Vikings fan. As DeMarco here gets some room, and that'll be a first. In case you just joined us, the franchise reveal will be immediately following this live stream. This is game 1 of the stream. I plan to play 2. I'll also be streaming some Madden tomorrow, and maybe into the weekend we'll have to see what I have going on. There seems to be certain plays where the AI reads the defense poorly, and I think it's actually the shot plays and the plays designed to really go deep where they don't play with as much intelligence. They don't have good pocket movement, and they're not decisive because they're waiting for the play to develop, and that's where I think they are at their worst. As O.J. Howard gets out to the 11-yard line. I know a lot of you also want to see the other series that I have going on the channel. I've been focusing on Madden 18 for this last week, and I do need to get to Kalispell and Chargers and make sure those series are still running. And over the next couple days, I'll definitely be getting gameplay for that and putting together some episodes. There is still more Madden 18 I want to do on this channel, a couple video ideas I have, such as I want to show you not only my franchise team, but I want to make a video because I get asked a lot about franchise teams I would recommend, so I'm just going to make a video giving my top 5 that are going to fill a variety of needs, whether it's a full-on rebuild, I want to, you know, construct an offense, maybe have a fun defense to play with, that sort of thing. So I'll make a video talking about that. I might give some thoughts on All-Pro Simulation and where that's at to begin the year. Let's see if we can prevent a touchdown here. 3rd and 2. And the rush is picked up. Prescott rolls, throws, touchdown. All right, so they drive down the field. Nice fashion. Do you think Teddy is going to come back for the Vikings anytime soon, or will they stay with Bradford? I think what they're going to do is they're going to try to get a long-term deal with Bradford that possibly gives them some security if Teddy comes back and he's the better quarterback. I'm really not looking forward to where this is headed, though, just because I'm such a Teddy Bridgewater fan. And it's hard to, prioritize him in the quarterback battle right now when he hasn't played in a year. And Bradford did play well for them last year. And this is such a catastrophic injury he suffered. But, you know, my ideal future is that Teddy is still a long-term quarterback. But I'm just worried that it's going to be messier than that and not so simple. All right, Jamal Williams, you got a chance to one-up yourself, I guess. You might still be tired after that run. New song? You got it. Okay, let's head to the air again. Step up. Oh, lost the football, and we're going to keep possession. Falcons appear to have pretty good coverage on that play. I'd like to take another look at it, though. That was man. If I was more decisive, I could have had Cup on the outside. We covered Pryor a lot better. And 3rd down and 10. Please hold up against the rush. Outside. Barely got it there to Cooper Kupp. 1st down. That was close to a pick. And if that's a pick 6 most likely. I like this young offensive core I have here. Whoops. Nowhere to go. Let's hope that wasn't Williams' only highlight of the day. Are the Bills out tanking the Jets? No, because they haven't dealt Tyrod Taylor yet. I say yet, because who knows what's going to happen. I mean, if you're Jacksonville and you see the rest of the roster you have there, like, are you not interested at least in inquiring about a quarterback like Taylor? Remember earlier in the offseason when I wanted to see Tony Romo go there? And 2nd down and 10 as the running game is really struggling outside of that long touchdown run. But Tyrod is 4 for 4. I did not see the Tigers-Yankees brawl, but I definitely will. I'll have to see what happened. What was the event that instigated it? Was it, hit by pitches like it tends to be? Would Taylor work for the Jaguars, though, with his style and all? I think that with them wanting to be a running team, or at least emphasize the run more, that Tyrod Taylor is a logical choice there because his mobility and the power running game can go hand in hand quite easily. Taylor's a pretty good downfield passer. I think he can still maximize what Robinson and Hearns can do. You know what would be an interesting trade? What if they traded Allen Hearns for Tyrod Taylor? Because there has been rumors that Hearns is on the trade block. And, I mean, would the Bills say no to get a receiver? And, I don't think Tyrod's in their long-term plans. They really have played that situation so oddly. So I don't know if they'd be comfortable with Nathan Peterman playing and then just throwing the ball to Allen Hearns. As Donnell Pumphrey will get us the 9-yard touchdown. I don't know. If I had to guess, I don't think that Tyrod will be dealt. But if it does happen, I think that, it kind of could have been telegraphed. Miguel Cabrera and the Yankees catcher were getting into it. Cabrera and Sanchez were fighting. 8 ejections? Does the MLB have fines for that kind of thing? Because, I never, hear, so-and-so was fined $5,000 for wearing the wrong socks. I really wonder, though, would the Bills say no to Taylor for Allen Hearns? Keep in mind, Hearns has an extension, and his deal is not tiny by any means. Do the Bills say no? Do the Jaguars even want that? Unless they love Brandon Allen. 27 Super Yankee sends the first super chat of the afternoon. What have I missed? By the way, it was Romine, not Sanchez. Oh, so Miguel Cabrera is fighting with backup catchers then. We sack Prescott again. Khalil Mack's unstoppable. You haven't missed a whole lot. Just the... Oh, actually, you missed the best I could do in terms of replicating a beast mode-esque run. So you missed Jamal Williams embarrass this Falcon defense. It was glorious. Twins should have won last night. Yeah, a walk-off loss against the White Sox is not ideal. But James Shields was pitching a really good game, so I guess off night for the offense. I've been really excited though about Byron Buxton and what he's doing on offense. I think the difference between Buxton having, you know, poor offense compared to at least above average, I think it will make a huge difference for that team. Buxton's speed is a game changer, and if he can start hitting for average, and he's done a lot better lately. I mean, there was one game where he had like 3 RBI producing at bats. I was so impressed. How do I send a super chat? There is the little S icon next to the emoji button near the keyboard. If you would like to leave a super chat, those are much appreciated. Poor Rich Hill, though, yeah. I didn't look fully into that. Wasn't it he was pitching a complete game, or it was a perfect game, then an error broke it up, and the Dodgers couldn't score, therefore it went into extras and he allowed a home run? Like, yeah, that's a really tough way to have a perfect game and a potential no-hitter ended. I didn't realize how few perfect games there have actually been in the MLB. I think it's only 22 or 23 ever. I guess I figured we got 1 or 2 a year, but that's more so no-hitters. Kane, will you play NFL Tour again? I definitely will. I like to play NFL Tour during the season, and then I like to take a break long enough to forget, like, how to play, so that when I come back, I have to relearn and keep the game fresh. But I like NFL Tour. It'll be back. Yes, Polanco is really good right now. He's homered in 4 straight games. And that's big for the Twins to have those young bats producing, especially in a wild card hunt. 23 perfect games, over 210,000 games played. Wow. Someone should do a piece on things you are more likely to do than pitch a perfect game, because those odds are not in your favor. MrHurriicane is an old rookie. That's right. I am an old rookie. That would be a knock on my draft grade. I'm 24. Actually, I'm not 24 for much longer even. Man. Starting to sound like an old man. Oh, Pumphrey here getting caught up. They haven't really slowed down our offense much in this game. It's been pretty smooth sailing. There we go, Jamal Williams with another rushing touchdown. We are just dominating on the ground today. No beast mode, no problem. But I wish I had beast mode. How do you slide? You need to hit square or X on the Xbox and make sure you're not holding any triggers. Just let go of the triggers and hit square. And if you want to give yourself up as a ball carrier, like maybe you are just trying to go down and not take any unnecessary punishment, you can hold both triggers and hit square and you'll give yourself up. Kane's 24, literally undraftable? Oh, come on. I'm undraftable if I need development. Old rookie. Will the Twins make the playoffs? Oh, man. I really hope so, but concerns with the pitching, I think, could be the difference. But they're in the race, and if their bats can stay hot, they'll stay in it. But they're going to need their bats to outperform what their bullpen will give up. And I wonder if trading Kinsler is going to at least cost them a game or two down the line. We actually already saw it happen when, was it Taylor Rogers a week or two ago when he blew a save? You can almost see it coming when it happened. A super chat from the great Leon Daniels. You are more likely to meet the GOAT, me, than pitching a perfect game. That's true. Taj Gibson was drafted at 26. How come he was, how come that was so late? Was it like medical red shirts or something? Because they get drafted at 26. Like, you got to spend some time doing something. All right, 21-7, getting the football back here, unless they're faking. Jalen Myrick, the speedy gopher. Short return. Whedon was drafted at 27 years old. Yes, he played baseball. And I could see an exception being made for quarterback if you thought he was a franchise guy, and obviously the Browns did. But I mean, you're not getting drafted at 27 years old in too many other situations. You got to be like generational talent. And that's just such a rare scenario to even happen. Gibson wasn't 26, he was 24. Oh. Tyrod lobbing this out to Terrell Pryor. Nice juke. We'll get that first down yardage and head to the fourth quarter. How long are you streaming? I'll have one more game to stream after this, and then I'll be ending things as the franchise reveal video goes up as soon as it's over. Why are you talking about baseball while playing Madden 18? The baseball questions are rolling in. I'm sure once we get to the regular season, these streams will have a lot more football discussion. Well, I mean, we could talk about baseball, but we also had a conversation yesterday about water. So we kind of do get all over the place. We cover all our bases here. Isn't Garrett Bowles 26? Garrett Bowles was an older rookie. I don't know if he was 26 or 25. I remember seeing a tweet when he was drafted. He was with his son at the draft, and someone made a joke because he is an older rookie, like, wow, that's so nice of Garrett Bowles to bring his grandson to the draft. There was another older lineman drafted a few years ago, though, Danny Watkins with the Eagles. That didn't work out very well for them. First round pick as well. Tyrod got a scramble. Oh, don't take the contact. Didn't want to. all Minnesota sports teams are good enough for the playoffs right now. They're not necessarily all playoff teams, but they're definitely at least like playoff heartbreak caliber. Uh-oh. Jamal Williams, 3 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns all on the ground today. Dalvin Cook, Murray, McKinnon. How do you split up playing time? I think you go Dalvin Cook as the lead back. You bring in Latavius Murray on passing third downs. And you also bring in Murray more in the red zone. And then for Jerick McKinnon, I think you try to use him a bit more as a wide receiver. And I think that you use McKinnon when you want to just stress the defense to the outside more. As far as a percentage goes, I like to see Cook 60, Murray 30, and McKinnon 10. I wonder what we're going to end up getting, though. I feel like that's somewhat accurate, but maybe I'm jumping the gun there. I think the big factor there is how does Cook handle himself on third downs? Does he continue to catch the football well, and does he block? If he doesn't block, that's a game breaker right there, and Mike Zimmer's not going to deal with that. He's going to put in Latavius Murray. So if Cook can block and play well on third downs, I think that'll keep Murray on the bench. Prescott. Ooh. Put Edelman there in some danger, but he makes the catch. Have you ever missed a chip shot in Madden? In Madden, I mean online with lag probably, but there is a missed field goal in my Gophers dynasty from the 1 yard line because I was on one of the hashes, and inside like 30 yards, the field goals in NCAA get me nervous because the angle is different because the hashes are wider in college football, so you have to take a sharper angle at the goalpost, and I missed 20, like 17-yard field goal at the Gophers before. I forget when it was, but it was hilarious. It didn't like cost us a game or anything, but it was funny. Can you set it up where the music loops? I like to get like a playlist on here that loops. I can probably set that up, and I should for next stream. Uh-oh. Dak lost the football. Khalil Mack is unblockable. Being a Viking fan, you like Treadwell, and do you think he will ever become a #1 receiver? Do I think he'll ever become a #1 receiver? I don't think so at this stage. I think he can become a very good #2. If Treadwell can become a guy that gives you 60 catches, 800 yards, and 6 touchdowns, I think that's solid. I just don't think he's ever going to put up #1 production. I don't think he separates well enough right now, and I think that until we see him physically dominate, that his ceiling is going to be a little bit more capped. As far as this year's expectations, I'd like to see him get 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. I'm not sure if he can do that because Rudolph, Diggs, Thielen, and Michael Floyd, they're all going to cannibalize each other's production. And that's why I'm worried about the Vikings in fantasy, because I think that while the offense should be better, they're going to spread the football around without being a high-powered offense. And that's kind of a nightmarish situation for fantasy, because you're like, okay, this team is going to score a few touchdowns, but is my guy going to really produce? They might have a lot of guys or performances where it's like 30 yards and a touchdown, and you want more. I wonder if that'll be true, though. I mean, I'd love for them to ball out, of course, as they say. Is Adam Thielen going to be considered a great wide receiver? I mean, like a #1 caliber, I'm not sure, but Thielen's really talented, and he's going to be a really effective player, I think, for a long time. He has very good hands. He's versatile. He can play inside, outside. They're going to play him more inside now, it sounds like, because what they want to do with Diggs this year is work him more vertically and get big plays. Now, in one breath, I do like the idea of Diggs being more of a big play receiver, but he's also so good underneath, and cornerbacks have a tough time keeping up with him. So you're going to sacrifice that to get a more physical matchup victory in the stage in the form of Thielen. I want to see how they balance that out. When does your franchise team reveal come out? As soon as this stream is over, I'll be posting the video, franchise team reveal, Madden 18 edition. 28-7. Nice throw, Dak. That was money. Gotta go. Thanks for the stream, Kane. Thanks for stopping by, Philip. Glad to see so many of you in here again. Over 500 viewers tonight. Can we get to 250 likes by chance? We're at 127. How do you think the Bengals running back situation pans out? I think it becomes a blend of Joe Mixon and Gio Bernard. I think Jeremy Hill is going to be the odd man out, especially if he has fumble concerns early in the year. I'm actually kind of surprised that Hill wasn't, like, traded by now. Where would you trade him to? I think a team like the Giants could use a player like him. They should still play Paul Perkins. Give him some snaps this year. But I think Hill would make sense there. If I went left, that's probably a touchdown. Ravens makes sense. Well, actually, that's in division. That would never happen. Will you wait for sliders before you start franchise games? I will. I always get sliders. Oh, man, Jamal Williams. What a game. That's 4 rushing touchdowns. He's going to be player of the week. What offensive and defensive coaches would you start a team with? Well, I mean, I'm very biased as I like Mike Zimmer a lot, and I've seen what he's done to a Vikings defense that was pathetic. Even when the Vikings defense had good personnel, I thought they underperformed badly. And now they're starting to become a really good defense. Now, they still got to get better run defense. Their run defense issues are very frustrating. But they pass rush and pass cover as well as most teams, or as the best teams. So I like Mike Zimmer on defense. For offense, Khalil Mack and Jamal Williams are going to the Hall of Fame after this game. As far as an offensive coach goes, maybe Kyle Shanahan. Get a young offensive mind in there. And Dak's going to heave this way downfield to Kelvin Benjamin, all the way at the 4-yard line. So we're giving up some big plays here late, but this one's just about over. And Dak on 1st and goal, he's sacked. Khalil Mack has 5.5. And they'll get one more snap. That last second took forever. I sometimes wonder why the NFL doesn't have, like, you know, once you're inside 5 seconds, why don't we look at getting decimals in there? I always thought that having, like, full second increments late in games is probably not ideal. Carlos Dansby? Come on. Come on. No Dak. No Dak. Close it out on a pick six, our only non-rushing touchdown today. What rookie would you want to be on the Vikings? Oh, man. If I could take a rookie, put him on the Vikings. Well, it's a good question. O.J. Howard would be in the conversation. I just like O.J. Howard a lot. I mean, obviously, Myles Garrett went number one. The Vikings have really good pass rushing situation, though, so I wouldn't prioritize Garrett, but he would be the best player you could add from this class. We got 164 and 4 touchdowns. Solomon Thomas would have been a nice addition. Get someone else next to Linval, but Jaleel Johnson might be able to hold that down. Let's advance 4-0. Is this game worth to buy? It depends what it is you're looking for. The game isn't a huge step forward. There are some gameplay improvements I like. There were some design decisions I like with the off-ball injuries and just injuries being more of a factor. But I think that it really depends on what you want to play. Because Franchise did not take a big step forward this year, and Marcus Mariota took Offensive Player of the Week. I can't believe Williams didn't. I mean, if you're an Ultimate Team or online player, I'm guessing the improvements are enough for you. If it's Franchise you like the most, I mean, there weren't a lot of improvements, so it really depends how much you love Franchise in its current state and if the improvements are enough for you. I would have liked to see a lot more additions to Franchise. How much of an impact do you think Chris Godwin will have this year on the Buccaneers? I think he could be, I think he could cause a lot of problems for opposing teams because they're already going to have to worry about how they're going to deal with Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson. So that's going to leave isolated opportunities, whether it's in one-on-one coverage or maybe just use him to attack the middle of the field. So I think that Godwin could be effective, but I'm not sure what his overall production could really be. I think when he is targeted, it's going to work, but I just question how many opportunities there are going to be. What fancy water bottle is that? Sip by Swell. It's an insulated water bottle that I have used for a while now because it keeps my water cold. If I fill it right before bed and I wake up in the morning, it's still cold. That's Teddy. Teddy Bridgewater is my opposing quarterback right now. First and 10, Teddy Bridgewater. Oh no. Is that Marvin Jones? Can you play Madden at midnight tonight if you download it? I'm guessing you could. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. But I don't know for sure. Oh no, it's Christian McCaffrey too.
What we do here is go back.
What's your thoughts on fantasy football? Do you play? I do play. I love fantasy football. I play season long. I play daily fantasy. I love fantasy football. It's a fun way to just stick around the game and to, you know, have things to think about and worry about beyond your own team. Your favorite team that plays once a week. It's nice to have other things to keep your interest. I'm a standard scoring half-point PPR. Well, I am standard scoring for the most part. I like half-point PPR, and I don't go by yardage. Like, I don't call every 10 yards a point. I call every yard 0.1. So 9 yards is 0.9, and it just makes more sense that way. I've played in a lot of leagues where it's like you only get whole numbers, and I can't stand it. How are you going to tell me that 19 yards and 10 yards have the same value? I do not like fantasy milestones. I think it's ridiculous to have like a 300-yard milestone. Like, your reward there is that your guy threw 300 yards. That's already worth more points. I play with milestones too. Don't like it. Could you defeat Moonlight Swami in a cage fight? That's a great question. As Jamal Williams might just be the future. Could I defeat Swami in a cage fight though?
What we do
I
here
don't
is
know.
go back.
I'm a bit worried that I would try something a little over the top, like climbing the cage and doing some sort of high-flying maneuver. And that might be my own demise. So let's try going to the air here. Right there, Terrell Pryor. You do see a lot more receivers go to the ground with the catch this year, and I like that yak isn't just a given. It's more earned in this game. Heading in the right direction on that front. Donnell Pumphrey up the middle, 9 yards. When is Kalispell Twins franchise uploaded? I'm not. I think it's tomorrow, Friday. Wait, what's today? Today is Thursday. Okay. I think on Saturday I'll for sure have Kalispell. Thank you for the super chat, Matt Merzuski. Hope I got that correctly. Appreciate it. So I'll try to get Kalispell up Saturday. Hopefully Chargers Sunday, but I can't promise that. Tyrod gonna run. I hope I don't get him hurt though. That's why I switched the song up, huh? Let's go play action. I haven't ran enough play action with Tyrod, where he can be so effective. Oh, I have Cup in the slot this game, not on the outside. I didn't want to roll out too far because I thought that defensive lineman was going to sack me if I did. So they cleared Decker after he still had 3 weeks of injury left? I don't remember injuries being cleared that early. Those big decisions. KD Cannon. Blitz picked up. I'll clear the linebacker. Oh, man. I was waiting for him to clear that linebacker that was just sitting there, and he never did. So we actually have a punt. bad punt. You know what? I should be doing some the sky punts from there. Does that make it easier for you to see your reticle? Because if you're too close to the opponent's end zone, you can't tell where that thing is. Yeah, KD Cannon is already on his third team in real life as they go with the monster look here. And McCaffrey is close to breaking the big one. Yeah, I forget where Cannon's already been. I think San Francisco, maybe the Rams, and the Jets. I got at least one of those right. Teddy got it. Oh, they rule that incomplete. I wonder if that'll be challenged. Are you doing a long shot playthrough? I'm not doing one on the channel. I have played through about an hour of it on my own, and I like it so far. When I finish it, I might make a video giving my thoughts because it is the first story mode and it was a big part of the game this year. No challenge, no first down. Shut down there, Khalil Mack. Do you play Madden Mobile? I've tried it out. I'm not really that into it. I think it's cool, but I think I can get my fix on Ultimate Team and focus on that. But Madden Mobile's cool for those that want an Ultimate Team experience like that. The gameplay isn't spectacular. It's alright for mobile. What sliders do you use for franchise? All Madden isn't realistic. I don't have a set yet on this game. I have sets on every other game, but it's too early to have one yet here in Madden 18. Especially because I always look to see what the slider posters on Operation Sports are doing. Gabriel coughs it up. I always like to look at what they're working on and then derive my sliders based on theirs because they spend more time slider testing and they just know more with the sliders. But then I tend to gear them towards my needs for gameplay. $470 viewers here on this Thursday evening. Let's blitz Keanu Neal here. Safety coming your way, Teddy. What? Deep throw overshooting Marvin Jones. John Ross is on this team too. And Teddy now down the middle, Eric Ebron. What do you think about allowing players to play on both sides of the ball? For example, Adoree Jackson. If you're talking about doing it in Madden, I think that you should be able to do it, but there's going to be a lot of exploits you're going to have to worry about. But I like the idea of players playing both ways in a limited capacity. As far as putting it into the game, I think it could work. But I'm just trying to think of, you probably need to have some sort of position restrictions. So you have like wide receivers can play defensive back. And linebackers could play running back or something of that nature. You really only see this in the terms of defensive backs that can play some wide out. Maybe Patrick Peterson as an example. Teddy. Bridgewater. Oops, that's incomplete. Second down and goal. Teddy again to throw. He'll come. Nope, it's incomplete. Jones couldn't bring it in. I'm glad you like O.J. Howard. I am a diehard Bama fan. Last season, Kiffin did not utilize him enough. Yeah, I mean, just... You see how he's using the national championship games, and then everything else, he was more of an afterthought. So, we have the red zone stand here. I'm sure Bama's going to be a problem again this year. They graduated a lot of players into this class, though. Some linebackers play third tight end. It would be cool to be able to do that in Madden. Yeah. I just think that keeping it balanced is probably what's preventing that from being in the game, and it's uncommon. It doesn't happen a ton. Actually, a more common example would be using like a defensive tackle in the place of a fullback in the red zone. I think we've seen that with, didn't like Tyson Alualu do it or something? I can't remember exactly who's played that role. Maybe it's somebody else I was thinking of. How good do you think David Johnson will do this year? I think he's going to be elite. He had a very long stretch of 1,000 or 100 all-purpose yard games, and I think he'll be having a new streak going this year. Johnson is very, very good. Run it here, Tyrod. Let's get some new music going in here. BJ Raji, Dontari Poe. Yeah, Poe did that. Domata Pecco. Yep, I remember him doing that. Jacob Tammy. Can you have it all wrong? Alabama isn't going to be a problem this year because Ohio State is taking another BCS national championship. Does Ohio State have a national championship roster after all the graduates they had go through this year? I mean, that defense, that secondary. They lost Garyon Conley, Marshawn Lattimore, and Malik Hooker. I had to make sure I didn't mess that up. I got those names right, correct? Because Marlon Humphrey, that's Alabama. I think. Lots of names, a lot of places. Try to keep it straight in my head. Low-scoring game here in the second game of the stream. Do you think Sharif Floyd will ever come back? I'm not sure, and I'm not even sure how to speculate on a medical injury like that. It was a surgical error that I think is keeping him... Oh, man! A surgical error that is the cause of his situation, so I don't know. Ohio State is ranked number 2 in the nation. And it's not fair that you can have all of these really good players graduate and still be like... that good. It's not fair. Stop playing on rookie difficulty. What franchise improvements would you like to see added? I'd like to see a gradual, more dynamic injury system implemented where we have players who maybe are dealing with some minor injuries that could progress throughout the season and maybe it's affecting ratings slightly. I'd love for there to be more like I like to see an active roster be a thing where you have to make a decision if a guy's going to be active or if he's going to be inactive for a week. More minor injuries that might have just slight rating decreases, maybe like hamstring tightness or different bruises or something like that. Leon Daniels sends another super chat so that he can say, West Virginia Natty champs this year. Heard it here first. Wow. West Virginia, apparently. Anybody else miss the team that had Pat White, Noel Devine, and Steve Slayton? I do. Remember when Steve Slayton was an amazing rookie? I was so close to buying a Steve Slayton jersey. That was his only good year, sadly. Let's run it here. Jamal Williams. Uh-oh. Get away. Here we go. Another big rushing touchdown. And Jamal Williams is really starting to figure things out here in this little franchise for us. Yes, Owen Schmidt. I was trying to think of his name and I couldn't. He used to like smash himself in the head with his helmet. Kane, what are your favorite improvements from Madden 17 to Madden 18? Good question. Favorite improvements, I like that we have the off-ball injury system and then that there are more minor injuries in the game to keep that a part of franchise. I think that the running game feels better, and blocking itself has gotten significantly better, especially with blitz pickups and your running backs helping out. That's a big part of the game that got better this year. What else do I want to talk about? I think quarterback inaccuracy is a little bit better, but it's still not a full improvement. I think that some of the press coverage things are really cool. I want to go into skills trainer and just get more of a close-up look at that stuff. McCaffrey. Oh! That was a mean stiff arm. Have you used ID the mic? How is it? You know, I haven't really used it a ton. I need to go into skills trainer and see how they want you to use it. I should have already done that, but I kind of forgot about it. And I haven't really used target passing much because I have been terrible in my few attempts. I'd love to see an expansion franchise mode. It would unbalance the conferences, though. Somebody would get a 17th team. But I love the idea of an expansion mode in the game. You know, I'd have a lot of fun with that. Teddy fires the shepherd. I mean, on the old PlayStation 2 Maddens, I basically created an expansion team. I went into create a team. I gave them like an entire free agent roster and went into franchise. Didn't really go that deep into it, but something I thought about even back then. I wish I could just look at some of those old franchise teams I had, because I got into Madden with Madden 2001, and back then, I mean, if you played Madden, you were a franchise guy. It was before online. It was before Ultimate Team, so it was all about playing franchise or against your friends. Teddy. Nope, out of bounds. Third down and 9 now. Teddy. Wow, wide open. Eric Ebron touchdown. Right where I had sent a blitzing linebacker. Teddy giving us some trouble in this one. I forget if it was answered last stream, but when is the first college football game? The first, like, big nationally televised kickoff neutral site game that we see every year. Who's in it? When is it? Kane, did you ever play NFL 2K5? I have not ever played NFL 2K5. Now, I'm somewhat familiar with the 2K series because I did play 2K2 and 2K3 and 2K8, the all-pro football game. I liked all three. I thought about doing a stream sometime where I play NFL 2K5 for the first time. Even though the game is super old, I think it'd be fun to do a stream just playing it. Why do you use a D lineman? Against the computer, I don't see the need to use linebackers. You can't bait them into throws the same way you can people. So I just use the D line. Or maybe you can bait them into throws, but I don't really get a lot of user picks against the CPU. Alabama versus FSU, September 2nd. Oops, got caught up there. FSU versus Bama. That should be a good one. And Atlanta's new stadium. Okay. That's a cool neutral site game then. Indiana versus Ohio State, August 31st. Really? A Big Ten game that early? You telling me Ohio State's not opening the season against, like, West Massachusetts Culinary Institution? Oh no, Jamal Williams is hurt now. So we are down 2 running backs now in the series. What do you think of the difficulty so far? Not enough. Not enough. CPU needs a bigger boost. Quarterback AI needs a lot of work. And I think their coverage and pass rush needs to be better too. Have you ever thought about doing an NFL Street Series? That would be fun. I have to pick up those old PS2 games. Lob it out. Jacob Tammy. And you can see there the coverage, the CPU wasn't very smart on there. The safety played that very poorly. And Jacob Tammy didn't have enough gas for a nice touchdown celebration there. As a reminder, you can catch the franchise reveal as soon as this stream is over, and we only have 1 quarter left, so we're not that far away from everybody knowing who the team is this year. Ohio State at Indiana next Thursday. Okay, I'll probably catch some of that then. I am ready for football. Any basketball coming? We'll have to see how jam-packed things are these next few weeks. I think that live is the 15th, and I forget when 2K is. I think it's smart if they are getting live out ahead of 2K, but I don't know what the schedule is. Do drag and corner routes still feel unstoppable? A lot of those man-beating routes still feel like they have too much of an advantage. like, to me, a lot of those passing, those interactions on, like, the curl, the dig, they don't feel like they're fresh enough. Teddy Bridgewater gets it away, and he's going to connect, but out of bounds. They're coming out the same day. Oh, man. See, I think it would have been better for Live to release ahead of that, just as a business move there to get it out earlier. But they're already in a predicament where it's like, you just release Madden, you're going to have NHL on the horizon. Intercepted. Tankersley. Teddy short-armed that one. But I guess in the same breath, do you want to release after 2K? Probably not. So Pumphrey is the back now. Oh, he might get away. Oh, not quite. Live is fun, not gonna lie. I played a little bit of the demo, and while I think that defense in the paint is somewhat lacking, the game, I kind of like the feel to it, and I thought it was fun from what I played. Overthrown by a mile, Tyrod. Dalvin Cook's little brother is committed to FSU. That's cool. Stephon Diggs' brother, I think, is at Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. Donnell Pumphrey, the rookie, but a flag on the field. Kane is going to try to throw as many incompletions as possible so the stream can go on for longer and make us wait. I might have to use these timeouts too, huh? Maybe accidentally run into 2 safeties. We go to overtime. What season is this, and do you plan on doing multiple seasons? It's season 1 of what I want to be a 1-season series. You know what? I shouldn't have ran it there. I'm only up 4. Well, trust the defense. I just wanted this to be a fun little streaming mini-series to kick off Madden with. I wish they'd tone down wind. Like, 11-mile-per-hour wind is not this strong. I can't even, like, get the ball where I want to. The wind is exaggerated, so that accuracy is a little bit more difficult to deal with in the elements. Teddy Bridgewater on the flats. Ebron's out of bounds. New song. Favorite food. And there's no denying pizza. Khalil Mack, just 1 sack on the day. He seemed to have taken the rest of the day off. He had 5.5 last game. Well, Mack's already at 10 sacks on the season. Teddy's going down. He lost the football in the process. Who's your favorite basketball team? That'd be the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm feeling this song right now. We could start watching replays and other little stuff to drag on the live stream even. Ah, man. They're not kicking. One thing I noticed that the CPU doesn't seem to be out-kicking their coverage the way they have in the past. I haven't had a lot of punt returns now that I think about it. What week is this? 5th. Ah. Should probably find the running lane there next time. I don't really have a lot of knowledge of Jonathan Allen's game, so I can't really say much about what I think of him. Overthrown for Jacob Tammy. Now is not the time to miss. What are your hobbies outside of video games? Well, obviously I love games and sports. Outside of that, I mean, that covers a lot for me. Same play, different result. Nice job there, Tyrod. Knew I could trust you there on 3rd down. I mean, games and sports cover much of it. There really isn't a whole lot else, I guess, is there? So one little 2-minute time period left until I'm announcing my franchise team in a video after the stream. The video will be up as soon as the stream is over. Looking to seal this game. Favorite TV show? Definitely Psych. I love Psych. Oh, we're not going to get the first. We're going to give Teddy a chance, perhaps, unless we go for it here on 4th down. Or we kick a field goal. That sounds exciting. Play the wind. Got it. 17-10. I guess, as far as like other hobbies, I'd like to get more into like cars and just stuff of that nature. I've just never really had a ton of interest. Well, I mean, I've been somewhat interested, but not interested enough to really take action there. Like, I've always thought that like owning a go-kart would be cool, but I've never really had the space for a go-kart or anything like that. But I'm still intrigued by that kind of stuff. Time running out here for Teddy. This music sounds like it's going to say something beyond important. Oh, man. Let's just go generic here. What happened? What just happened? Marvin Jones touchdown. No, we gotta change the music now. You know what this calls for, right? What happened right there? Teddy Bridgewater. Oh man, no one down the middle to cover Jones. Wow. Overtime, here we come. Perhaps. I got 50 seconds though, or 57 seconds. Delay the reveal. Maybe we can go, we can't go double overtime. Maybe we'll go to overtime, I'll kick a field goal, and then they'll kick a field goal. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I had the lane. Alright, let's try getting this win, though. I don't want overtime. I'm not trying to delay the reveal. It's been delayed long enough. Jamal Williams here. Get us a nice chunk of yardage. I don't know why I keep wanting to start off my 2-minute drills with an inside zone, but that's something I gotta shake. Lobbing it downfield. It's intercepted by Lattimore. I was trying to throw a deep ball, one-on-one coverage, and now we're losing by a touchdown. What happened? Oh, man. Marshawn Lattimore. Could have gone to the dig there. I wanted to go downfield, but look at Taylor. He doesn't really lead him downfield much. All right. If I score a touchdown, I'm going to try to go for 2. I don't want overtime. Taylor Gabriel will handle the return. Should have let it go out of bounds. I thought I'd get better blocking there. Alright, Tyrod, we need redemption right here. KD Cannon and Josh Reynolds check into the football game. Uh-oh. Dodge that rush. Dodge that rush. Wow. Timeout. All of a sudden now, the CPU's making some plays here late. They're going to bring a blitz now. Taylor going deep. It's Josh Reynolds with the catch. We got to call a timeout again. All right. 33 seconds left. Or 33 yards left. I got a million hot routes in here. I want to go to the sideline. Taylor out of bounds. Or what? End zone. What? How'd that go there? That wasn't my ex-receiver. Did I go into like... What happened there? I'm watching this again. Did I go into target passing or something? I was trying to hit Reynolds. Or, yeah, Josh Reynolds. I didn't even look to the end zone. Harrison Smith with the interception, though. Plenty of time. Well, we're going to lose this game. Why are they not kneeling it? Yeah, we just lost the game. Oh, it adds some drama to this stream. But you know what? I do have good news. The franchise reveal is coming. And this stream is just about over. Yeah, I think it did go on the target passing there. Nope, the team name is not in the title or the description or the thumbnail, so you'll have to watch the video. This stream is over. Weird ending there. We lose to Teddy Bridgewater and Harrison Smith. Couldn't pick a better team to lose to. But hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and the franchise reveal is going live in under a minute. I will see you all later. Have a great day.